Welcome. I have rearranged trying to get the the lighting right in the room. So right now, so you get my ladder and the curtain. So that's what you get. So a couple things I want to announce. Okay, of course I have the garage sale today at 3814 44th Street Southwest. So that's 3814 44th Street Southwest. It's in the back. It's in the garage. So you got to come around to the back alley. And so there will be cards and books and crystals, some dishes, old dishes and stuff that are going to be for sale. And I can't remember what else is in there. So we're going to have that up and running. It starts at 10 o'clock. So I have that happening today. Also, my reading. I want to get back, we're going back to grassroots, and we are wanting to do some readings. So $99 for readings right now. It's our summer sale. And let's get moving. Let's get going. Let's get the readings going. And put it out there into the universe. It's a good day today. It's a good day. It's a good day to really take action on what it is that you want to be doing. This is a day to really push in, do that action. It's not a day to wait around and get caught up in crazy illusions. I mean, Neptune is going to be going retrograde. It's slowing down. It controls the media. It controls information there. So it might be that you might not be getting everything fully of what you want to be seeing. So it's stepping forward and trusting in on your gut on things going forward. So, and especially since we're going into a new moon, the dark phase. The new moon is on Tuesday. So we have the new moon happening on Tuesday. And it's a new moon in Gemini. So about the communication, about the actions that you are wanting to do and moving into that forward motion. We also have where Venus is at that 4-degree point. It's where she went retrograde in 2020. So a lot, and that's where Mercury went retrograde. So there's this point in there. And you know what? That just made me think of something. I do that sometimes. The Sabian symbol. And Sabian symbols are, each degree has a distinct meaning. And it was downloaded by a psychic in, I think, the 1920s or 30s. So somewhere around there. And so let's do 4 degrees Gemini. So 4 degrees Gemini is holly and mistletoe. Coupled with sparkling natural charm, this sign is capable of a far-reaching subtle influences and invariable freedom and must be protected and verified. Cool. Okay, let's read about this. I think I'm going to sneeze. So the pagan practice of spirituality resonates with very deep race memories and bind us into the source of knowledge, of all knowledge, accessing primitive wisdom. How powerful! Clarity, explanation, rationality, reasonableness of ego-centered justifications are the concomitants of civilized society and adult norms of acceptable attitudes. Yet beneath the surface, we long for something we know is lost or forgotten, something more real, closer to nature. Mysteries of the pagan wisdom. Even though these darker forces hint that something dangerous lurks, we are attracted. Holly and mistletoe reawaken old memories of Christmas. Wow. What a powerful energy that is where Venus is. And that's where Mercury went retrograde and direct. That's where Venus. So here we are wanting to connect with nature, with the old wisdoms. We are wanting to connect with our ancestors and step into that energy. And I like what it says here. It says the ego centered justifications are the concomitants of civilized society and adult norms of acceptable attitudes. Yet the surface we long for something we know is lost or forgotten. So it's almost where there's things that we are accepting. We know, no, this isn't what we want to accept as normal. This isn't what we want to accept as our truth. We want something more. We want something more substantial, right? And with that energy, this is going into that ancient wisdom, and that I'm just looking up the new moon. New moon, Gemini, new moon 2022. Oh, it's not. What? Hold on. New moon in Cancer. Sorry. I was got all caught up. I'm like, no, hang on. No, we're doing the new moon in Cancer. So this new moon in Cancer, I mean, of course, that's going to be bringing up a lot of emotion, and what that emotion is going to be. I'm thinking, because also with Uranus at 17 degrees, that's really another degree of where we haven't, really lived before. So we have this energy of 2020 coming in and being brought up. So what were your fears? What were you going through in 2020, right? And with Venus retrograde, and also with this Uranus where it's at 17 degrees, it's really bringing up how we need to really step into our power and not get caught up in the distractions of the world at this time. And this new moon in Cancer is really coming in as a blessing for us and wanting us to refine things and not get, the word shell shock is coming in. So not get shell shocked with everything. Interesting. So yeah, I think this is really, I mean, we're going to be signing our lease agreement on Monday. The new moon is on Tuesday. So new beginnings, starting with that new beginning, that new directions that we're going to be going into. And this is looking at what is the new directions you want to go into and look into. I am sorry, my nose, because I'm moving things around, dust is rising. I'm going to blow my nose. Excuse me. I'm going to turn around. Oh my goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. Had to blow my nose. But with the dust, and then I cleaned in here so I can smell the bleach and stuff that I used, the cleaning stuff that I used to clean the windows. So, and moving my desk today just to try and get where I guess I should have, yeah. So the lighting and stuff like that, because the light was just coming into my through here. Anyways, the joys, little things. And I think there, with this new moon, it is bringing in, of course, it's a new beginning. It's where we need to plant our seeds for the future. It's Cancer, it's mothering, it can be overwhelming. Now, this is setting forth because next week is going to be a crazy week, and it's going to be a lot of unexpectedness is going to come in, and we're seeing a lot of craziness that's happening in the States and here in Canada too. I think people are being a little bit too passive with things, but I think things are just the pot's going to start stirring more and more and more, and a lot of stories, a lot of information is getting buried. hence Neptune, slowing down. So a lot of stories are getting buried. A lot of things people are going to be hearing about. I made a little joke about crickets and cockroaches, and people are like, it sounds disgusting, but that's what they're really prepping for, because it's not only in the States where the food shortages are starting to be seen, or what they're starting to do. It's all over the world. When we look at the industries, it's all over the world that that these shortages are starting to happen. And it's not just man-made, but it is a natural phenomenon that's happening, where there's huge droughts in the Midwest that are going on, droughts down in California. We have in France, they're going through a heat wave, so things are ripening faster than normal. And some places, the crops where they're supposed to be knee high are only up to the ankle. So, and some farmers didn't even plant this year because they just didn't have the fertilizer and supplies. So there's a lot there that's happening that we're not seeing, or people are not wanting to see. And this is where this energy comes in, that's wanting to bring things forward. I'm just trying to grab my notes here from my thing. So this is where it's definitely the distractions that are coming in. Mars is with Eris in Aries, and that is going forward, getting things done. And with this dark phase that's there, it's about our deeper truth and our framework. So what is your deeper truth and framework? And people have to do their homework on all of this. It may seem like everything seems hunky-dory right now, but as we start going into the summer, we're going to start seeing that, there isn't all of this, or there isn't that. We're also, and it's really going to hit in the fall, because when you buy apples right now, apples aren't ripe. Just an FYI, like apples aren't ripe till later on in the summertime. So the apples that you're eating are last year's apples. The crops for like cherries and things, it wasn't a big crop this year for cherries, because cherries do need a lot of water, right? They're a soft fruit. They do need a lot of water. And if they can't get the water, so there's going to be, a lot of different shortages. But this is where innovation comes in. New innovations come in. And this is where you start to look at, okay, what kind of innovations can we do? All the plants that I planted, my poor plants, they died. And that's because I couldn't transplant them and stuff. So what I'm looking at, because I do have the vertical hydroponic, is that I'm going to do my lettuce and tomatoes and stuff like that, and I'm going to restart it back from scratch again. And this is where it's like, okay, what do I need to be doing now? Lettuce and that, it's you don't really freeze lettuce and stuff, but tomatoes, cucumbers, anything that you like to eat. This is like, again, I'm stressing these points, but this is where it's saying, let's get going. It's the bold moves that you have to make in your life, especially with Eris and Mars sextiling Jupiter. What bold moves are you going to be? And the thing is, Saturn, sextiling Saturn. Saturn is in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius she'll give you a cup of water, but she's going to give you the water to get you through. She's not going to continue filling that water up. That's not what she does. She gets you and says, here you go. I'm going to help you out here. And that's it. She's not going to give you water for each individual person. Right. And that's where Saturn is. Saturn's here to help you. And there's no emotion with it. There's no emotion. Aquarius doesn't have that deep set emotions with it. It's like, here it is. If you deal with any air signs, I know you guys are emotional, but you don't have that. There's that deep set of attachments that can come with it, right? With with the air signs, because they're like, it's factual based, because it's the intellectual energy, right? It's air. And so when they have to deal with huge emotions, it's a lot. It's a lot for them to deal with. It's a lot for them to process, right? Because it's not intellectual. So here we got Saturn in Aquarius. It's intellectual. Now, when you look at community, it's how you come together intellectually. Yes, we want to bring in harmony and peace, and we think it's all the love boat kind of stuff. But that's not really Aquarius. Aquarius just says, okay, here we are. We're coming together as a farming community. What do we need to do? Here's your shovel. Go out there and dig. I'm giving you the shovel to go dig. I'm giving you this to go dig. Now you figure out the rest. That's how it works with this Aquarius energy with Saturn there. And with Mars and Eris there, two god and goddesses of war, it's what is the action that you're going to do, the bold moves, and deal with the things. So if there's an obstacle, this is where you start to deal with it and look at it. Okay, what do I need to do to move this boulder? Okay, I can't do it on my own. So I need to contact this person over here, make time to do it, right? That's what it is. And so we have this energy that's coming in for us to deal with the things that we need to deal with and take action on it, not to hide away from it, not to go hide in the closet. This is about what we need to deal with, because next week is going to be crazy. And as we're going into the next following weeks and into July, it's going to start getting a little bit rambunctious, shall I say. And especially with Pluto coming back to the 27-degree mark in Capricorn, which is where the 2753, I think it is, where it is on the American chart, natal chart. So we're heading into a rewriting of their constitution, rewriting of rules and laws and borders and boundaries. That's what it's, and it's not only for them. This is a vibration that goes out into the world. It's all of us that are going to be going through all of this. These are the changes that are needing to happen, and we're stepping into it. And right now, when the energies, and when I'm telling you this is the energy to take forward and go, this is an energy to take forward and go. I've told you before in the past of when, this isn't the time. This isn't a time for markets. This isn't a time for doing that. Now I'm telling you, this is a time for getting out there, finding the community, interacting with people, coming together. I just got an email for, where is it? Where's the email? Oh, I still have it up. Great. It is the Bashaw Medieval Fair, presenting the Lethbridge Medieval Fair. So there's a medieval fair that's coming up July 16th and 17th. What fun. Get out there. I'm going to see if I can make it down there, because I think that's going to be a fun time to go to the medieval fair. I love those things, right? So if you love them, connections, community, that's where this is coming in. And so let's connect and communicate. Yes, my garage sale is today. So guys, come on down if you're in the Calgary area to 3814 44th Street Southwest. If you're not sure, DM me on Facebook or on Instagram and I'll send you the address. We're in the alley in the garage. I'm pointing over there because it's my neighbors. So it's I'm my neighbor, my lovely, lovely neighbor who I've lived by for the last 5 years. She is absolutely fabulous, Cindy, who is really she's just a good person. She's a really good person. It's been really nice being here. I mean, we're not like hanging out at each other's houses, but we're, if something happens, you can go knock on that person's door and they're going to be helpful. She gets Mateus cookies and buys him treats at Christmas and Easter. And she's just got a very good heart. She's a very good hearted woman. And it's really nice to have neighbors like that. And that's one of the biggest things I'm going to miss. So hopefully in the new neighborhood that I'm going to be in, that we, get to know your neighbors, get to know, who's around you. And that's a huge piece too, is getting to know who you have around you. And I'm quite excited on the new home and moving there. It's going to be a interesting, fresh start. I feel different about this place than I have with any other place that we've moved in. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Tessa, I got to see you. Yeah. So very excited. So, anyways, I gotta get going, gotta get stuff together. Onwards and upwards, my loves. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of my community and creating this beautiful energy. I mean, we are all these beautiful light workers shining our light. And also, if you're wanting to book a readings are $99, a regular $180. So if you're wanting to book a reading, definitely let's get going. It's go time, baby. It's go time. So may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, in all that you be, and all that you do. Onwards and upwards, and let's get moving. Bye-bye.